Gentlemen, I gathered you at the midnight hour because I just want to talk about thrulls. I like thrulls.
I brought my blood. I brought a bunch of meat. I think we're ready to go.
You just need the meat.
I've got an entire live rabbit.
Well, can you make it meat?
I mean, it's meat right now.
I mean, it's a rabbit right now is the thing.
Listen, rabbits are the most destroyable animals known to humans outside of horses. I can make it meat.
Okay, all right.
So, what are thrulls?
Thrulls are if you have a big old pile of meat and you use alchemy and necromancy and you make them a living thing, but not like a zombie. You make them like an animal made out of dead meat.
So like a homunculus.
Sort of, but mostly made just out of dead meat.
So kind of like a flesh golem.
Yeah, like a flesh golem. And then you can use them for, your dark rituals. We all have our dark rituals.
Absolutely, all the time.
Tons.
So, yeah.
Why else would I have this literal live rabbit?
Yeah.
There's no other reason to have one.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to be doing this a bit weird. We're going to go through this in order of converted mana cost. But we're going to be starting with a specific token, the 0-1 Thrall token, which is produced only by Breeding Pit.
And only in the dual deck demonic versus divine thing.
I mean, the card existed before then, but yeah, fair.
Yes, but there were no token for it. Yeah, the little punch-out tokens from the duel list.
Yeah. So it's kind of all right. It's not really what I'm looking for typically.
It's grotesque. It's twisted of limb. That's great.
Yeah, he kind of looks a little Eldrazi-y.
That looks quite Eldrazi.
Because he has tentacles?
He's got
mainly because of the weird colors, I think. And the weird gas that's kind of spoofing off on them.
See, what I like out of Thrulls is the sense, like, as you say, they're made of meat, but you can kind of see the man that the meat came from in them. They're just like, recycled man.
Yeah, you can see it in there.
Yeah.
You can see his torso. You can see his pectoral muscles going into his shoulder.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a human. That's not necessarily also required.
It doesn't have to be a human. Yeah. You got your rabbit there.
I just think it's
I think there's too many elements going on in this thrall. There's too many bits.
I think that's a perfectly fine representation of a thrall.
Sure. I think it's fine. One might say it's the best thrall that's ever existed.
I like that it's in the breeding pit from the 5th edition art. You can see the rim of the breeding pit in the background.
Yes.
It's true.
Anyway.
Next up, it's Blood Pet.
Blood Pet's friggin' adorable.
Blood Pet
now,
is...
which one do you like more?
Which do you think I like more?
It's the Braum one, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Heather Hudson one, it's not bad, but...
No, it's perfectly fine. It's a little froggy guy made out of flesh.
Yeah, this is the first time you'll ever hear me say this. Perhaps a little too froggy. A little too froggy. You with a little bit less frog.
I like that the frog one's, like, limbs are weirdly inverted. Yeah. It's got, like, the muscles are going inward first, then out.
Yeah, he just looks like gross and full of blood.
He looks like an animal, though, is my problem.
Well, the Braum one also looks like an animal. No. It does look like a weird stitched together animal, but it's basically still just an animal.
That's definitely made out of a guy's back.
Yeah, that's made out of a dude. Yeah, and it fits with, kind of what are the key, important things for thralls, really. They're subservient dudes that are good to sacrifice in rituals, good to help in rituals and being servants, but also dumb as hell. Just absolutely just dumb as bricks.
I like a well-crafted thrall. Like, there's a craft to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick up a blood... I personally appreciate any quality of a thrall that you can pick one up and pop it like a balloon, like just feel really happy about it, like you're 12 and it's your birthday.
Sure.
Yeah. Like you're squeezing a big old chicken McNugget.
Yeah.
I like extremely, what do you call them? Stretch Armstrong and those squeezy pop things that pop up with the eyes. Stress toy sort of feeling up at the thrall.
Yes.
Nice.
I think this guy is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
I think Blood Pet's the best thrall so far. It's better than the token.
I would have to agree.
Yeah?
I would have to agree.
Yep.
Blood Pet. Blood Pet.
A good one.
Meanwhile, on Ravnica...
This is Orzhov Thrall.
Yeah, we've got Dutiful Throw.
Orzhov Thralls have golden base plates.
This guy, he's squishy in a different sense in this, that he's a servant that he's there for you to, potentially squish on the act of doing stuff or protect you. But he's kind of just a guy.
He is absolutely subservient.
Yes, he's good in that sense.
And I can throw his life away for whatever I want. It's great.
Yeah.
Kind of grab this dude and throw him in front of you while someone
throw him in front of a slaughter horn. It'll be great.
Yeah, like someone with a sword or a bowl or like 500 gruel just running at you.
Yeah, one of the gruel guys that likes to break our cathedral.
Yeah, and as they're breaking into the cathedral, you say, "Hey, Joffrey, do you name thralls? Do you guys name your thralls?"
You can.
You'd say, "Hey, Joffrey."
His name is Joffrey, actually.
Joffrey. Get him, and then you jump out your escape glass pane at the back of the cathedral.
Skateboard away, and then I watch because I'm not going to miss that. That's going to be fun. Goodbye, Joffrey.
Your stained glass skateboard that you have.
I'm going to make a second one named Brenflo.
Dutiful Throw's all right. Yeah, he's pretty okay.
I like him.
Yeah, I like him better than the token. I don't know if I like him better than Blood Pet.
I don't like him better than Blood Pet.
I like him better than Blood Pet. I like Joffrey.
Can you convince me?
I really like he was made to be a little subservient guy, and he does that until I have no more use for him, and then he goes away. Yeah,
and Blood Pet was made to be a stress toy.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Dutiful Throw, also a stress toy.
Oh, no.
I mean, yeah, you do kind of just keeps regenerating because just meat. The meat grows back.
Yep.
Yeah, but Blood Pet's full of blood. Just kind of explodes and it's all over the place.
Did you know if you squeeze an Orzhov Thrull hard enough, makes a noise like a squeaky toy?
Sure.
Yep.
I think I'm with you, actually. I think Dutiful Throw is better. And mostly because I know that there are Thrulls that capture the squishiness better than Blood Pet do.
Blood Pet is freaking adorable, though.
He is. All right, Dutiful Throw. Now at the top. Thrull Parasite.
This is a gross Thrall.
This is a business end of Thrall. This is a Thrall doing your duty that you sent it out to do, which is to get paid.
This Thrall's name is Dimpus.
Dimpus, I'm going to need you to collect on this one. If he doesn't give you the cash, just get him blood. Just kind of suck it up.
Dimpus will do it.
I love that it has a lamprey mouth.
It's got a lamprey mouth and a hagfish body.
Yeah, the best of both
Ain't gotta
worlds.
put no bones in those Thrulls. You just gotta have the meat.
Man, its mouth is so bad.
It's so gross.
Yeah, he does stuff. He both just extorts dudes, and then also he'll eat a planeswalker. He'll do it.
Yeah.
He'll suck that planeswalker off.
If you tell him to do that, he'll start also hitting them with his little sensor when he's done because he thinks it's funny. And I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah. He's that guy's neck and now he's hitting him. It's great.
Yeah, he's a good servile thrall, not as squishy as I'd like, but I think he's all right. I mean, he's pretty good.
I feel like Thrull Parasite may as well have a job, though. Is that acceptable for Thrulls?
Yes, that's what they're made for, is to do things.
No, but I feel like he's employed.
He's specialized, but he's specialized in the way, does my screwdriver have a job? Do I need to... No.
Yeah.
No.
Some Thralls are firemen.
I mean, yes, but it's that's like saying the hose is employed. No, it's made to do the thing. It does the thing it was made to do. That's not being employed. You don't say that, oh, this fire hose is of class firefighter. No.
I mean, I can tell you about the classes of fire hose, but...
No, absolutely not.
No, I get you. They do have jobs.
No.
They have a function.
They have functions. That's different. Functions are different than jobs.
As an Orzhov, is it?
I think, if we want to get spiritual on it.
Is it? Orzhov?
How do you feel about Dimbus?
I'm pretty pro Dimbus, but probably not as pro as you two are.
Okay. I'll be honest, I like Joffrey better.
I also like Joffrey better.
I do like Joffrey better.
I really like the artistry in Dimbus, though.
I also like Blood Pet better.
Sure. I like that, yeah, the Simic can combine a turtle and a frog, but think of all the things we use that meat from to make into a lamprey hagfish guy.
Yeah.
Mainly a lamprey, a hagfish, and a dude, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about at just above the token? How do you feel about that? I'm for it.
That's what I'm for.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Next up, this is going to be a complicated one. It's the kind of the most basic a thrall can be. It's the Basal Throw.
Yeah. It's like the Homerids. There's 4 different arts for it.
Yeah. Gosh, where do we even start?
Which is your favorite, and why is it the guy with the ass?
Yeah, it is the guy with the ass.
It's definitely the guy with the ass.
Like, they're all good, but also
like the thrall kink scene has its own charm. The weird neck guy is good, and then there's the probably the best one abstractly is probably the other one, the
one
Richard Kane Ferguson.
Pile of meat.
Yeah, like
that's a Basal Throw.
Yeah,
pile of meat.
But man, butt guy.
It's definitely butt guy.
I do really like the one with the weird neck.
Yeah.
The Christopher Rush one. Because it's like, what do you think the rest of that guy looks like?
Ridley, actually.
All right. Like a meat Ridley?
Yes, as opposed to the bone Ridley that is normal.
Yeah. All right. I mean, these guys are good, sacrificial thralls. That's why they exist. They have the flavor thing of, hey, when they created the thralls in Sarpedia, they end up making them too good and taking over. But these are the basic ones.
These are the ones that you just kind of stab with a knife to get mana out of them.
Yeah,
for your dark gods.
They literally exist as life to be sacrificed. That's it.
I am really excited to think about exactly how you do all that stuff to the one with an ass. Do you just grab it by one of its many long limbs and just kind of like smash it against the wall?
So you see that hat it's wearing?
Yeah.
If you grab it and twist, the blood just sprays out.
Oh, interesting.
They're made to die, so.
Yep, it's real easy.
Though I agree, though, if you were to go up and try to like ritually stab that guy, I wouldn't know where to stab.
Not at all. That's the thing. Like there's only 2 real options, and one of them is the ass.
No, you'd never stab in the ass.
It's so prominently displayed, though.
So here's the thing about thralls. They're made out of meat, right?
Yes.
So any part of the thrall could have been an ass.
That's true. You could make one entirely out of ass.
They don't excrete waste. That's just, it's visually an ass. But that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, as it says on the weird neck one, hey, well-crafted thrall should be hideous.
Yep. But where do you rank it is the thing.
I like it better than Blood Pet, that at least, I'd say.
I like it better than Dutiful Throw.
I might be there. Like, they're the basic thrall, but to a certain degree, the simplicity of it, conceptually, and it kind of fits along the same lines as Blood Pet, just with, like, more... Like, the variety here is... It's interesting how this captures just, like, hey... The form here is, as you say, it's more like artistic, like you can do a lot of stuff with meat. You can accomplish the same function with these meat. Like, it doesn't necessarily change how good they are at the function they're intended for, because these guys just exist to get stabbed.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Joffrey there, he's really good at doing stuff for me.
Sure. But man, that's
the question. Do you want the servitude? Or the function of, feeding them to your dark god?
I don't want the favors of my dark god.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
These are both kind of the default throw.
Yeah. I think I like it better.
You think you like it better than Joffrey?
I think I like it better than Dutiful Throw, yes.
Okay. I can respect that.
Basal Throw. It's quite solid.
Yep.
And also extremely not solid. It's 100% filled with like fluids underneath.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, they're basically the same consistency as Chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
But what would a Basal Throw be like?
Chicken
like
McNuggets.
a Basal Throw?
No. Like the seasoning. A Basal Throw.
Oh.
Delicious.
Moving on. Morning Thrall.
Morning Thrall is named Krebla.
Man, I really like. Okay, so I realize this is a weird perspective to have on Morning Thrall at this point. Like I've got like shivers when I see Morning Thrall
because I've murdered you with Morning Thrall several times.
Morning Thrall is a nasty flyboy that shouldn't be that big of a deal, but man, you can stack some weird shit on him, and he goes to town, and that thing scares me.
I've killed many a people with a Morning Thrall,
and many of those people have been me.
Yep. Good old crap.
I like how extremely fake and wrong the way that this thing is set up.
Yeah, it's like it's not biology. It's not intended to be biology. It is a horrible mockery of biology made of
that
meat.
That thing was made by a flesh shaper.
Yeah.
If you know anything about how a bat is supposed to look, it has all of the elements of a bat, except all of them are wrong.
And also, it's got the body of a lemur just hanging below it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like Morning Thrall. Like, he kind of fits with the servant thing of, he's just like, he is kind of filling like an impish role. He is an imp made out of flesh when you get down to it. But
oh, yeah.
But also, that's not bad. It's just...
No, it's great.
As opposed to imps, which are not made out of flesh, yes.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Imps are made out of meat. That's different from being made out of flesh.
Yeah. Imps are summoned as like a thing you make out of like magic material. Thralls are crafted out of meat.
Yeah.
Earthly
both
slag.
Flesh and emotion.
Sometimes there's naturally occurring imps.
I mean, yeah. You just create a big enough meat pit and sometimes things just happen.
I think that's the big difference with the Thrall is they are crafted.
I mean, can you have like natural thralls if you just have enough magical enough pile of meat?
If a thrall like makes another thrall, then yes.
I guess that's true. What? Thrall reproduction.
Doesn't the flavor text of this one right here say that these ones are made accidentally?
No,
they're collected and formed.
They collect them, and the flesh shapers make them into thralls.
They're just not letting it go to waste.
Yeah, very pragmatic.
Yep. Where would you put it?
I mean, the artist for this Thrall had a grim vision, and they made it reality. So.
I mean, like I said, I kind of find it hard to be objective about this guy.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm the one who makes them, so.
His tongue is pretty good.
It is.
There's
it's got teeth.
There's like a Minoc quality to him that I'm into.
Sure.
How about better than Dutiful Throw? Like he's right around in that area is kind of how I'm feeling.
That's
like
the problem.
I'm not like
he's
better
above
or worse. Because Dutiful Throw does like a job that fits, like feels very thrully. Like this guy is not doing a bad job of it. It's just that it's not nearly as like beneath your heel as one might want.
Yeah.
This guy's almost too threatening at times.
Oh, they're all threatening thralls, so.
Yeah. I mean, he's also a tiny guy. Below Dutiful Throw? Below Dutiful Throw.
Below Blood Pet, in my opinion.
Below Blood Pet? Red, what do you think?
Blood Pet is friggin' adorable.
Yeah. It's got that
Morning Thrall is a grim vision.
Yeah. Well, what do you prefer?
I don't really feel like you're gonna get much by.
I'm trying to decide where I'm at with it.
Like, if you crack this thing open on like the point where it stops having ribs down its like vertebra, you're not really gonna be getting much out of that. Feels kind of.
The sweet life will drain out of it.
Yeah, I just don't think there's that much.
Yeah, the things like Orzhov Thralls aren't necessarily there specifically for like ritual sacrifice. They're more for like pragmatic sacrifice.
Yeah.
They're servants.
They are
they are the ultimate mook for the Orzhov hierarchy, whereas on the Dominarian kind of fallen Sarpadian versions, they are there to literally just be meat. They are live meat, really, actually. They use dead meat to make...
They have souls. Did you know that, Dominarian Thrulls?
And checks out. Otherwise, how would you be able to sacrifice them effectively?
Yeah.
Got to give them souls so you can sacrifice those souls.
Good old soul exchange.
Yeah.
Blood Pet, Krubla.
You have to make a decision.
Yeah, I know. And I think Blood Pet just a little above.
Okay. That's fair.
Just a smidge.
I can reckon with that. Is it above or below Thrall Parasite then at that point?
It's above Thrall Parasite.
It's above Thrall Parasite.
Okay. Morning Thrall. Morning is here. Sunshine is here. Thrall Surgeon.
Where did you come from, Dog Police?
This would be probably a Phyrexian origin, this one.
Kind of looks like it, but...
Because it's a Raffi Thrall working in the Stronghold.
So this one is a Thrall that's doing like menial work, really.
It's got a job.
It's well, menial function. It's like, like almost like a meat machine when you get down to it.
Yeah.
It's a meat machine.
This is a Thrall that would probably make more Thralls if you let it.
I mean, if you pull the brain out of a goblin, there's really not much of a difference, but it's basically just meat.
Yeah, and this one is, you do sacrifice this one in order to do its job, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It lobotomizes a guy. And
then it crawls inside of its brain hole.
Yeah.
Not to do anything.
That's not how it works,
Just
but
sits there.
it just does that, yeah.
Yeah. That's how it dies.
They haven't figured out how to breathe that part out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
It is absolutely hideous, though, and I'm into that.
Yeah, it's very gross. Don't get me wrong.
Look how many limbs it has.
Yeah.
It's got like a little flipper hand coming out of its cheek.
It's got like a single eyeball on a stalk.
Yep, coming out of its mouth.
It's kind of hard to see the human in this guy, though.
Doesn't have to be human. Phyrexia, baby.
Yeah, it's true. Fire actually don't give a shit.
Let me tell you about the meat vats.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess they're flesh vats, but whatever.
Yeah.
They're fats filled with flesh.
Yeah, and they shape newts out of them.
Really interesting.
Man.
Thrall Surgeon, though.
It's real gross looking, and I love it.
Yeah. But also, like, in terms of, like, function, it's not that... It's just not... Doesn't got a certain something.
It pulls a brain out of a thing.
Yeah... But also...
I'm with you, though.
No.
It's definitely lacking a certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is very unsexy Thrall.
It's blasted of countenance and twisted of limb.
Sure, but also, I sleep. I sleep.
Man. It looks cool.
Now, if this thing had instead like the face of a baby sticking out of its mouth here instead of that eye stalk,
yeah,
no, like that's too no.
This needs a little bit more body horror in it. Like, this is abstracted enough that I'm not getting the body horror out of it.
I like that you can see the muscle underneath a very thin, almost translucent skin.
Yeah,
I'm into that.
Splitting the difference, has the face of baby. Baby does have a beard.
No, that's just funny.
Yeah, and that's a good quality for Thralls to have, I think.
No, because it loses the creepiness at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel this guy. I would put him probably below
Thrall Parasite.
I like him better than Thrall Parasite.
How much more?
Just a smidge more. Again, it's just the way you can see how he's made out of meat and muscle and just it's stitched together in a gross way.
Well, I like him worse.
Sure.
That's where I'm at.
I kind of like Thrall Parasite's kind of clean, sculpted out of single piece of meat. Kind of.
I mean, yeah, the Orzhov do quality work.
It's like, think of it like this. You know how it's impressive to just sculpt an entire statue out of a single piece of marble?
Nope.
Yeah.
I like Orzhov Thralls for being that, except out of meat.
Yeah.
Sure.
Armor Thrall. So this is a pretty wide range of depictions of what one could, like, both different phases of Armor Thrall's, like, life cycle, quote unquote, different usages. You've got the Armor Thrall being about to be carved up and being like, oh shit.
Oh man, you're gonna cut me with that? I don't want to be cut.
You're gonna wear me as a shirt? I don't want to be a shirt. You got Spikeman, which is just, yeah, you'd be really fucked up to wear this guy. You got, I have no idea what's going on in this Jeff A. Menges art. It's kind of cool.
He's taking a sippy. What?
Yeah. It's a creature crawling out of the vat. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And
he's
then
really, really thirsty, taking a real deep night sippy over there, and he's going to be very satisfied.
And then you have the Scott Kirchner one, which is someone wearing a armor thrall.
Or is that an armor thrall?
I took it to be someone wearing the armor thrall.
I believe, yeah, that's a priest wearing a dead thrall. Yes.
Yeah, because the flavor text even like points out an ally bulked up wearing a dead thrall's armor.
So, but also look at that third one.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good.
Yeah,
like it's like none of this is like bad. I mean, my favorite one of these is that first one about to get freaking cut.
It's got so much character and personality.
It's catching like, hey, these guys, they're made to be sacrificed, but they're not necessarily into it. They're not necessarily all into being sacrificed.
Is the fact that it has character and personality a bad thing for a thrall?
I think it is, actually.
No,
I think it is just because out of the perspective as... Listen, if that's the case, why are you doing it like that? Why are you making it they're going to be dreading that? It feels like a poor use of your time and effort to give them...
I mean, you're still sacrificing them for a ritual. You just get armor out of them afterwards.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the whole part of this whole thing is that you're sacrificing them to your dark god. Like, you're getting the armor out of them, but it's like, if I sacrifice a ham sandwich to my dark god... They're more like what they don't care. Like there's no cost. They're not getting.
You don't know that. What if that dark god is really, really craving like a real good Italian sub right now?
What type of ham is it?
Yeah,
honey baked ham.
Ooh.
Honey baked's pretty good.
But also but the thing is, like, they're not getting like a soul. Like if that ham sandwich was alive and it was, mildly afraid because it has a soul, and then I stab that ham sandwich to send that ham sandwich to hell.
Okay.
Then
so what? No, let's go back. So say I have the ham sandwich, right?
Okay.
Honey baked ham sandwich.
Yes, good.
And I use alchemy to give it life.
Right.
It is now a ham sandwich thrall.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When I stab it and it has a soul, then you're getting something out, like the gods are getting something more out of it.
Sure.
The fear. Like, we're talking about dark gods here.
I just like looking at this guy, though. I'm sorry. I almost want to give him a name, but no.
I mean, it wouldn't last long, so...
Yeah, I know.
I feel like the one that's crawling out of a vat and taking a drink, that one has
Is he taking a drink, or is he doing anti-drink, as in he's vomiting?
Can it be both?
It could be both.
I like the weird, gross thralls that look almost human. Like, that thing's almost got a face.
Yeah.
Good old bimpin'.
I'm not naming these. They are beneath me to name these.
I'm naming it as bimpin'.
I mean, these guys are fine. Like, I don't know. Like, they're all right. I don't know how high I put them.
The Ron Spencer one, I like that it looks like it's just crawled out of something and is just dragging shit across the floor.
Yeah. I would probably put it below Morning Thrall, though.
Oh, yeah, same.
How are you feeling, Red?
I can see it, yeah.
Okay.
God, that Pete Veteran was, though.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna wear me?
They're all good. Like, trust me, they're all, like I said, I like that we're catching, like, this, like, almost life cycle here.
Oh, shit.
Next up, kind of the next form of blood pet. It's blood vassal. Not
this
vessel.
One is definitely Phyrexian.
Oh yeah. See, this is literally just not. This is not just, hey, we use dark magics to make a thing. This is, we use Phyrexian dark magics to make this horrible meat thing, and that's worse. That is.
God, it looks like it was a dude.
It's a mockery of life on so many levels.
I mean, that's what the first sphere of Phyrexia is.
Yep.
Mechanical mockery of nature.
Yep. And then, like, as the flavor text says here, it's not just that they're here to fulfill a function. these thralls are here to suffer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
They're
so gross.
These are basically just meat batteries for dark rituals.
It's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Remember the Matrix?
I do remember the Matrix.
Why did you make your meat batteries feel pain?
Because you can't get energy out of them if they don't feel pain.
He is a demon.
That makes
sense.
That
too.
Like, he was a dude, and now he's a demon, so...
Yeah, like, this isn't like they're storing, like, biological energy in here. The suffering is where you're getting the mana out of.
It gives you that nice taste of flavor.
Yeah. Again, normal ham sandwich, living ham sandwich that is begging for forgiveness.
Yep.
Or a living ham sandwich that's begging for death.
So here's my thing with this thrall. It's all function, but absolutely zero artistry.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I will say it's a gorgeous. It's
mostly just
art,
a dude.
Oh, the art's really good. But I mean, the actual thrall itself.
Yeah, okay, I agree. If I were to be show this thrall in particular to like Endrick Sar, he'd be like, "Where's the artistry? This is you created a thrall."
And
but
if you showed it to an Orzhov, they'd be like, "What am I going to do with that?" No.
Yeah, like
I don't think there's any artistry in it because you can clearly tell this is really just a person, right? You just grab a person and then you pump them up full of fluids, and this is what you get. Like that's all it really is.
I mean, you do other stuff with them first, and then make the meat.
Not that much.
I mean, this also is probably made out of a bunch of guys. Let's get down to it. Like this is a bunch of guys. He's got like a weird meat pipe.
God, the skin is rotted and tearing away on his back.
Yeah, I really like how that rib cage looks.
Yep, you can see the ichor coming out of like just. Ugh, it's so gross.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree. I think.
Yes, no, like it's a very Phyrexian thing. It is here functionally. That is what it has done.
Yes, but on the other hand, it's not we're after that art of the thrall, you know, the beautiful thrall. Anyway. Yeah. So, how low do you go?
Above Thrall Surgeon.
I was gonna say above Armor Thrall.
I can actually take that, honestly.
See, I was thinking. I was thinking.
Actually, I'm gonna say below Thrall Parasite. I like the aesthetic of a Thrall Parasite because it's just a really well executed, perfect.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Like, I think I'm with you. Like the Thrall Parasite looks like a crafted, nasty thing that they made out of a guy who became a ghost.
Sure. Like I said, I'm respecting the functionality of it.
Sure. Like I'm not saying like, hey, none of these thralls are what I would say is bad. Like sometimes when we rate these things, there's saying some stuff like, that's bad. You're a bad.
There's no bad thrall. I'll say that right now. There's no bad thrall.
Yeah, thus far, hold your pants. Hold your pants. Okay. Yeah. None of these thralls thus far have been bad. So, all right. Here's a extremely good thrall. Kingpin's pet. Kingpin's pet.
Yeah, his name is Kenny. He's my favorite. He's my favorite thrall.
Oh, man. Like, as far as servants go, he's fulfilling a very different role than a lot of the other thralls we've had so far. I mean, kind of along the lines of, like, Thrall Parasite, I guess.
Oh, Kenny.
But, man, this is a thrall that's just a freaking here just to beat people up. And that's pretty freaking cool.
Red, you said that there wasn't a good, like, you think that being comical is not necessarily a great thing about thralls.
I'm sorry, what is comical about him?
He was wearing a pair of brass knuckles.
Yeah, he is.
And he's gonna work your junk with them. You got his friggin' money?
Can we comment
AKA my money?
Can we comment on the fact that not only did they the thralls exist to function for like the Orzhov, priesthood and such. But also they weren't going to not give him like the chains, like 2 chains even. Like, look, we're not going to make him not look freaking like bling him out a little bit because we're that freaking rich. We're going to bling him out. The brass knuckles are going to be gold knuckles.
And they're also there for function.
Yes. He also has a knapsack to put the money he takes from you in, but...
Oh, yeah.
2 knapsacks.
Yep.
one on the other side as well.
God, he's so good.
I do like him a lot. Like,
I like that he looks like a gargoyle.
But he's made of meat, meat.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, he can blend with the gargoyles. The gargoyles aren't going to come to life unless they decide to.
Yeah,
they had to frequently do.
Like, the stuff are so good, y'all.
Yeah, they had to craft a man's meat into wings.
Yeah, ironically, it was a debtor that they made into this guy.
See, I feel like this is kind of like you get into what I like about the origin of Thrulls yourself, and that it's a lot like a gargoyle. You're right. Again, it's like a gargoyle that they carved out of a single giant piece of ham.
Yeah.
And that ham was a guy once.
Exactly.
So much artistry. I like that he has golden teeth.
Yeah. Because, I mean, these guys are the rich, you guys are a bunch of richos, and you got to show off what you are. You got to show off that bling. If you're not showing it off, what's the point?
Sometimes the bling comes and beats your teeth out.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you're showing off your bling by blinging up your dumb meat pet, and then that meat pet is also going to take some guy's lunch money.
Oh, Kenny, you're so good.
Yeah, I like Kingpin's pet a lot.
Kingpin's pet is so good.
But how good is he?
Extremely.
Top of the list.
You think?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too.
He's the ultimate goon.
He's a pretty good goon.
What happens? He's gonna get beat to death? Oh no, I've got a pile of meat.
Yeah. Mind stab thrall.
Okay. I wanna lump the other token into this. Because it's just a mind stab thrall.
Yeah, so the thrall token produced by, in fact, Endrixar Master Breeder, as well as Sarpadian Empire's Volume 7, is just a mind stab thrall. It just is.
Yep.
Though we do, to be fair, that's the one art of mind stab thrall that people think about a lot. That Marty Dinar art. There's two other arts. You got a kind of a stab guy, and then you have what might be my favorite actually, which is the weird guy carrying the
cheek
bomb.
flaps running with a bomb.
Yeah.
My God, a bomb.
Good. Oh my God, JC.
The cheek flaps are there because it's supposed to be camouflage in looking like it's clothes, but it's not. That's more meat.
Yeah, and then it stabs you in the brain.
In this case, he stabs you in the brain with a bomb.
Yeah.
The word stab is metaphorical here.
Yeah. Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah, he's good.
God, I love its little meat flaps.
There's
artistry to that one.
Yes, absolutely.
I like the fact that this is like kind of like compare this like to Thrall Surgeon. They're both kind of doing the same thing. Like, this is a thrall that messes with you as it's a servant that you have to do these things. But in this case, just the way he does the stuff and the way he like dies in the process of like doing like an attack, like he is attacking you and then like hitting you and then his flesh is exploding in a way.
Yeah.
The Marty Dinar one here does best evoke the idea. And I
agree.
Because like it gets over to you, it kind of like wiggles up and like stabs you. And then it just crawls up to you and latches onto your head and rips it all out, you know?
Yeah. Martinine's really good at just doing flesh wrinkles and veins and grossness. I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah. Where though?
Yeah, that's a good question. Where does this guy go? Mind stab throw.
Yeah, this one's tricky. Part of me is thinking,
God, I really love the two of them look like they have clothes, but it's just skin folds.
Above Morning Thrall, at least.
That is exactly what I was thinking. It was like just above Morning Thrall, to be honest.
I think it's definitely above Morning Thrall. I could put it higher than that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I could put it above Blood Pet.
I like it above Blood Pet.
For me, that would put it above Dutiful Throw as well, but I could see just above Blood Pet.
Okay.
I'm trying to think how I feel about it with Joffrey.
I don't know, like
Joffrey throws himself under things for me and it's happy and I like it.
Yeah, but Mindset Thrall also throws himself on something, and he's like him getting you with like a knife.
Explodes.
Yeah.
And you see that, and you're like, oh my god, that little old lady exploded.
Is that really? Or they're kind of like suicide lobotomists, if you think about it.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, there's all sorts of ways to represent discard.
Yeah.
You can traumatize things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just above Blood Pet for me.
Okay. That's about what I was thinking. Mind Stab Thrall. Cool. Next up is Morg Thrall.
I love Morg Thrall.
He looks so good. Like there's
He's so good.
Like there's something to him that like, you know, it's worth like they took meat and is this kind of the ultimate mockery of man where they took the man meat and then broke it down as much as possible and then recreated a guy and it's like, well, here's this guy. And it's like, no, that's not a guy. That's not.
He's worse now. You just made a worse person.
No, it's like, that's not a guy. What is this? And it's like, it's totally a guy. Look at him. It's like, no, why didn't you just make a zombie or something and have do stuff? Like, nah, I made this guy.
We didn't have enough bones to make a zombie.
His name's Derek.
You cannot make out the shape of his body.
I also refuse to name this one. I'm sorry.
I like this guy a lot.
I like him too. I'm just not going to give him a name.
It really is impossible to work out the shape of this one's body if you like think about it logically.
So it's a big blob of pseudopods on the bottom. Like I said, we couldn't make him a zombie. He didn't have enough bones.
How do you feel with the fact that he's one of the thralls here that is like one of the few thralls here really that is wearing clothes?
That's fine. I think the clothes one nostril
work in this case.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
It feels like they're trying to like class up this morgue where they have this guy working in here. And you still sack this guy. Like this guy's here still like to fulfill a menial like labor, but it's also like he's taking care of the morgue. And then when you're ready, you're like, all right, I need these other guys here more. Stab this guy.
And then he tears himself apart.
Yeah, it's like, all right, time for you to die. And then you get some other stuff in his graveyard.
There were 3 other guys inside of you. That's weird.
I mean, that checks out.
Yeah.
Maybe
cool. Maybe we should 3 things that you have made into a thrall that can tear itself in half to give you 3 things.
Maybe the thing is like, it's not that he's a thrall that works in a morgue. He is a morgue.
No, that's just stupid.
Like, think about it. Like, a morgue is where you stick dead stuff. You stick the dead stuff into him, and when he tears himself in half, you get the dead stuff back.
No, I think it just works in a morgue.
What do you think?
I like his looks better than Blood Pet.
I was kind of thinking like right above like Blood Pet-ish. I don't think I like him better than Mind Stab.
Looks more than Basal Throw, but that's me.
Sure.
I do admit that his effect and his idea, like in his, isn't that great. It's not particularly impressive.
Oh no, it's a perfectly fine thing for a thrall. They're not doing much.
Yeah.
You don't trust them with important jobs.
I like him right above Blood Pet, both for looks and function. I agree. I
could see above Mind Stab Thrall.
I would put him above Mind Stab Thrall.
Really? I don't know. Yes. The thing about Mind Stab Thrall is that it's just, man, that Marty Dinar though.
It's very good, but also this Robert Bliss art is really good too.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Like Mind Stab Thrall feels like a more like body horror like aspect of like this. I'm not necessarily getting the body horror aspect out of Morg Thrall. Like,
well, that's because you can't see the entire body. If you could, you'd be like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, maybe.
The moment that this one, you approach it going like, "Who goes there, citizen?" and you tear off the cloak, you will experience that body horror, but you just don't get to see it from straight up.
Yeah.
Again, you cannot possibly make out the actual silhouette of this thing. Yeah. It's just this weird mound, and I love it.
It's a weird mound walking through a darkened morgue.
Okay. Cool.
Who goes there, citizen? You go, tearing the cloak off the Morg Thrall, revealing full-length denim tattoos down its entire body.
Oh no!
I scream, defeated.
Next up is Neckrite.
Did you know Neckrites carry around jelly-filled swords?
Apparently so. I don't like Necrite that much.
I don't like Necrite much either.
Like, he's not bad. Like, he's basically doing just a different variant of, like, mind stab troll. Instead of stabbing the mind, he stabs a guy. But the actual thralls depicted on it, like, the Ron Spencer one, not bad. It just kind of... the
Christopher Rush one, it's a play off of the Christopher Rush Basal Throw. The weird neck.
Yeah. But also, he does kind of just look like a Phyrexian Negator or something.
No, he looks... No.
Going back to that original idea...
He looks nothing like a Phyrexian Negator. The Drew Tucker art is amazing, though.
I mean, yes.
Like I said, going back to that version of Basal Throw, this one does look like a space pirate. It's got the limb wibbly bits and all over the place and stuff, you know?
Yeah. If you could give it a tube, it would probably do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Loves it some delicious candy and 1 meter wide tubes.
Like I said, it's not bad. Like, I do like this is a thrall that you're sacrificing to kill something. Like, they're assassin thralls.
I just noticed that Christopher Rush, I think, put his last name down that thrall's thigh. So,
I think, yep, that's the case. Yep, that is definitely R-U-S-H.
That's funny.
Huh.
That one was handcrafted by Christopher Rush.
Yep, he made that. That's a photo.
And then there's the Drew Tucker art, which...
It's great. That's the best art of all of them.
It's fine.
Kind of just a thumbnail.
I will fight y'all.
There's someone just peeking in over from the side. You're like, wow, what the fuck are those dudes
choking the life out of the guy.
But it looks like they're choking the life out of another thrall.
Could be. You think you can't kill a thrall?
Sure, but also you're sacrificing a thrall to kill a thrall? That's not very effective.
You don't know that. Maybe there's a reason to kill a thrall. Maybe they're rising against you or something.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that'll work everything out.
Yep.
I don't know. It's not bad. I'm
no.
It's like I said, you don't trust thralls with important tasks.
Yeah, and this one's definitely trying to do an important task, and I don't know. The one that is licking its
I would
knife,
honestly put him at the bottom.
Really? I think I'm willing to do that too, yeah.
Because I would probably put him like above like Thrall's Surgeon.
Nope.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Necrite, especially the Ron Spencer art, that just looks like a dude. That's just in the eyes, the way that it's like worked in a couple of sunglasses in is the eyes themselves.
I mean, they're amber pustules of light or whatever the hell you want to say.
I like the design, just not for a thrall, you know?
I like that he has a pet centipede.
Yes, the pet centipede is very good, but also I don't think
it might be the other way around. The centipede might have a pet Necrite.
That's fair.
Whatever. Orzhov Key Rune.
Okay.
Turns into a thrall. It's the Key Rune.
This is the worst thrall. I'm sorry, it is. It just is. Like
it's the 1/4 with lifelink though.
Sure. But also I don't care about objects that turn into thralls.
What if it's calling the thrall?
No, that's not.
What if I pull that out like a flute, like I'm Willy friggin' Wonka, and play a song when the thrall comes out?
That's not
singing a little song.
That's not what it does, though. You can see the
what
text
if you
just
grab
as easily
it
as
by
I
the
can.
head and like you pull it out, and it's just kind of like a weird.
There's a little tiny thrall inside, and it's a 1/4 because he's really hard to hit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like tiny, wiggly, and like a little wormy.
Yeah, I like this better than Necrite.
No.
I think I like this better than Necrite.
I think you're both fucking insane.
I think I like it better than the Thrall token.
No, what are you
I don't
doing?
like it better than the Thrall token. Don't go that far.
Come on. Like, you can write as much fan fiction as you want
about how you want to... Oompa Loompa song.
No, it's literally a key. Read the fucking card. It is a key that you just say, I need to spend, key. I need my key to protect me. Oops, my key just happens to turn into this thing that's a Thrall. This could have turned into anything.
You only need to will it once to appreciate the power of control, which is I can play a song and a little Thrall will come out and sing a song to a small child about their vices.
It's an artifact. It's becoming an artifact creature. It's not that it's coming out, it's turning into the thing. You'll be stuck with a card that is called Orzhov Key Rune that is of type Thrall. There's a 1/4
Let me tell you
creature.
about a card called Ashnod's Transmogrant. You do a thing and it makes a guy into an artifact.
Yes, but that's not what this is doing. Because
Yeah,
at the end of the turn, this turns back into your key rune. You're stuck with this dumb key.
Yeah, but if you shattered the flute while I was playing the Oompa Loompa song, it would just break to pieces and the throw would just dissolve. Which is true of Oompa Loompas as well.
If you're very Groody, you'll definitely go far. You'll live in happiness too, like the Orzhov key rune do.
Yep.
It's no. Like the key runes are just artifacts that are just turning into the thing. Into like this is a boring representation of a thrall.
I like it better than Neckrite.
I like it better than Neckrite.
You're both freaking crazy. But okay.
Look, this is science.
You disgust me.
I like his little face up there on the top.
Also, it taps to add for white or black mana, which I'm all for.
But that sounds like a mana rock.
Yeah, it is.
I could give you a freaking like ring.
I'm sorry.
That.
What is a blood pet?
You squish it. That is
yeah.
different.
And what do I get out of it?
There is no meat on this thing. It's made of metal. It is all metal. No meat.
It could be made of bone.
Bone ain't meat. Ain't no bone in meat. If I eat
bone is just hard meat.
If I bite into a chicken nugget and there's fucking bone in it, I'm calling the fucking police.
Listen, motherfucker, there's about 3% bones in the chicken McNuggets.
Yep.
They use entire chickens in this.
Yes, but that's liquefied. That's different.
And you think that this isn't liquefied bone that's been rehearted?
Type artifact. If I can liquefy bone and that's an artifact, fucking no law.
There are no laws
no
here.
Law.
Only thralls.
Rakdos Ixpitter.
Is this the only Rakdos Thrall?
This is the only Rakdos Thrall.
Yeah.
It's the only red Thrall. It is the only Thrall that is not white or black or an artifact.
It's the only Thrall that's not Orzhov from.
Quite frankly,
Ravnica.
I think this is disgusting, and they shouldn't have even tried.
Nope, it's great.
It's very poorly made.
Sure.
But the Rakdos even say it's very poorly made.
But the thing is, like, it's doing the same. It's fulfilling in a similar way of like what the original Thralls do. Like, this thing exists to have a horrible existence of misery and accomplish functions in that time, and the misery is largely the point.
Yeah, but the Rakdos are having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
The Rakdos are having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. It's fulfilling their own rituals, and their rituals are, dang, this thing screams a lot.
It screams a lot, and it's giving off these real weird, noxious smells because it's got
horrible
these like
pain. It's spewing vile, rotten, flaming blood everywhere. It's great.
Yep.
But also, I hate it.
You're obligated to hate it, though.
Yeah.
But you can respect the artistry here.
I don't think there's much artistry going on here. I think this is more of a fun.
I can respect the performance artistry.
Can you?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't think there's artistry here? Creating something that is dying from the inside, but in its life while it's actually existing, like creating something that has like a built-in obsolescence, and that obsolescence is in such a way that it is creating complete agony for magical ritual purposes. There's totally artistry in that.
Yeah, performance artistry. I'm not denying there's artistry to it.
But like aesthetic artistry of like actually taking that entire hunk of just one gigantic ultra rib and then turning it into this thing.
Yeah, how are you like
it less?
No, like the actual act of creating that something where you're creating this meat thing and having that meat thing burn from within.
Purely aesthetic, Zorak.
Yeah.
There is the act of creation has aesthetic purpose too.
Not necessarily everyone's gonna know that when they walk up to and look at it though. You don't know the entire history of something just from seeing it once. So you can't just immediately assume that that's part of the immediate aesthetic qualities of the thing you're making.
Yeah, but what you're saying is like, hey, this symphony which has all these band members is worse than this chiptune because I like the Mario. That's what you're saying.
What if in fact I do like the Mario? It's a poorly done symphony, huh? You can have bad orchestra.
Can confirm.
Now, listen, I do like it, Rakdos Ixpitter, actually.
Yeah.
But there is a level of
No.
visuals that just... I think it's just not as well done as most of the others. If you've never heard a bad orchestra, I recommend you go looking for one because they are hilarious.
Can confirm.
But you can still respect the skill at work, just for the composition.
Depending on who's doing it, yes.
But also...
If it's the fault of the composer, sure. If it's the fault of the people playing, a little bit less.
I like this better than Thrall Parasite.
I like it better than Thrall Parasite.
I like it better than Armor Thrall.
I'm actually willing to work with that.
Okay. I don't like it better than Morning Thrall.
No, that's definitely not.
Thrall Wizard.
Thrall Wizard.
Thrall Wizard is... Okay. We have to take a step back here. So, again, the whole thing with Sarpedia is like, hey, they kind of screwed up by making the Thralls intelligent and also good enough to make more Thralls, because then they just took over. This is kind of... This is where we start moving in the land where, yeah, this Thrall no longer just has a function. The Thrall has a job, and that's a problem.
And also, he's got a hammer and sickle on his head.
Hey.
Listen, I'm just going to say that if Thralls revolt, that means you made bad Thralls.
Exactly. That's where I'm going with this. It's like, this isn't... The Thrall doesn't even sacrifice. It just does the thing.
Yeah. Of course, if I actually to meet Thrall Wizard in person, I would respect it as a being with its own...
sure.
You know,
and like, clearly there's
They would try to kill you, though.
Yeah.
They would try to kill me, though, yes.
I mean, there's artistry both in, like, the, you know, hey, you created a Thrall that is... You took meat, and you made that meat smart again. That's impressive. And then also, this thing looks cool as hell. Like, this thing looks dope.
It is so cool. It's a cool Antimatics monster.
Man, it looks really good. Like, it still has, like, this... Oh, this is, like, body horror, you know, parts going into this thing.
It's got teeth coming out of its collarbone.
Yeah, it looks great.
But all that aside,
it's
still functionally a very bad Thrall.
Yeah, this is kind of transcending. This is moving into that weird ground we've talked about in the past, which you guys haven't necessarily seen, of like, can you rate stuff that, you know, like sentient, sapient races in the standpoint of how good it is at being the sapient thing? It's like, I'm just a guy. I'm going to rate you at how well you are at being a guy. It's like, a little going into weird territory. But yeah, for the pure function of what we intend Thralls to be.
The artistry, though.
The artistry is there. Through the roof. The artistry through the roof, but they actually did too good of a job.
That happens. That's part of art.
Yeah.
I'm Banksy.
But that's like that's like Banksy getting rich off of being like money bad graffiti.
Oh, wait.
Exactly.
How do y'all feel about Thrall Wizard?
Man, I do respect on this
Thrall
guy.
Wizard a lot. Honestly, it's a
really cool looking Thrall, and sometimes that's enough.
I'm really torn on this because, like,
can I just say it is kind of bad at doing the counter magic?
It is kind of bad at doing counter magic. Yeah,
it's only good at countering dark magic.
Well, that's attempting to overthrow the guys that created. But yeah, you're not wrong.
I will not say that it's like the worst Thrall. I won't. It's too good looking to do that, and I respect it.
It's a very handsome Thrall.
I will say that it is worse than Blood Vassal, but better than Thrall Surgeon.
I like it better than Blood Vassal.
I'm so torn here.
I know. Look at him.
Do you think there's actually a rest of the body over there that's like a person shaped, or is it just like a blob with the hand?
I think it's a weird hunched over monstrosity.
Because you need to have the thing be mobile enough to complete its functions, which was kind of the problem that they did. They made him too good. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this above Blood Vassal. Like, it's very close. Like, I could see... But, man, the artistry at work here. It's like, you did good things with this meat. If I showed this guy to Endrixar would be like, damn, that's a beautiful, horrible Thrall. And then this guy would stab Endrixar, and he'd be like, shit.
I was going to say, this guy, Endrixar made this guy.
Yeah. And he's probably
He's seen it. He's like, yeah, I did a good job there. Good job, me.
Yeah, it's true. And then he gets stabbed, and he'd be like, shit.
Damn, that's a cool-ass Thronky.
Absolver Throw.
This is the other Thrall with the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one literally has a job type line. It's kind of weird.
So Throw Wizard does too. It's been errata to be a wizard.
Oh yeah, okay, makes sense. But that one makes more sense to be a wizard.
Yeah, because it's a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, also that's one that's, you know, breaking free. Like this guy being a cleric is a little...
So I like this one because the Orzhov really kind of don't care a lot about the actual church aspects.
Yeah. So they
Which means that, of course, they just make something out of meat and say,
there
that's
there are lazy priests out there.
Like this is a freaking, like, they sanctified a thrall and said, yeah, this guy is your new priest for your parish. It's this thrall. Have fun.
And then he just screams, tears himself apart, and yeah, he just haunts you. Now you've got a ghost thrall priest.
Yeah.
Just screaming at you.
Shatters enchantments when he do.
Yeah. Yeah, how do y'all feel about this guy? Because
I'm not for it.
This guy is all leg, all the way up.
Yeah.
I do appreciate his enormous gams. You're right. In fact, there's probably more gams up there than we can see.
It's mostly gams.
Yeah, 100% gams, this guy.
Like I said, that goes all the way up.
He's all
like right below the neck.
Pelvis right below the neck, absolutely.
Oh, there's no pelvis. The gams go right into the skull.
Oh no. Okay, listen. Now I'm having trouble like imagining it. Is there a split?
Nope.
I don't.
Where do the arms come?
I'm not really.
They just kind of come down. It's weird. The arms come off of like a weird skull.
Yeah, I think you are really, again, fan fiction here.
How dare you?
Look, the art does not show what you're describing.
No, I'm just saying this shit because I think it's funny. It's a joke.
I still can't get into this one from like.
No, absolutely not.
It's got a job.
Yeah.
It is theoretically any kind of intelligent on that front because it's got a job, but it doesn't have it doesn't look as good as the Roll Wizard. Like it just kind of doesn't, you know.
His name is Piplo.
Yeah, he's okay. I'd honestly probably put him. I'd probably put him at like the bottom of the list.
I'm willing to put it below that, right? Yeah.
Wow, you're saying he's
congratulations, Orzhov Kirun,
huh? All right.
Congratulations, Orzhov Kirun, on being 3 from the bottom.
Bottom of the list. Goodbye, Absolver Throw.
See ya, bud.
Darylor.
Dureller.
Darylor.
Hey, Endrixar! What is this? Bad job! Bad job!
He gets fucking killed because he made this thing too bad.
Yep.
Why did you make this, buddy? It has like the back leg of a what? Like a
horse. He found a horse.
Or is that more like?
Could be a goat.
It's got distinct nipples.
No, I think that's just saggy flesh.
Are you sure? Those look like nipples.
Could be.
Oh, see,
I think
okay.
it's saggy flesh.
Question: where are you looking at when I say nipples?
I was looking down at the horse part.
Same. Okay, I'm glad that we're on the same page there.
But also, he does have nipples on the man part.
I mean, no, one of those is an eye.
Yeah.
Is it?
See that?
No, I'm making shit up, but apparently I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Look, we're talking in absolute facts here, not fantasy.
How dare you?
We're talking about absolute facts here, not fantasy. We say as we put Frank, the Homered Explorer, at the top of its list based off of jokes we made.
Hey, this guy looks like a garbage truck.
I mean, he does.
Darylor would be a really, really good thing to paint onto a monster truck. And you'd also name the monster truck Darylor.
No, I would name a Darylor monster truck.
Also
and I would paint a monster truck onto the Darylor.
All right, I'm for it.
I'm kind of have to agree with the guys who wrote this execution order for Endrixar. This thing kind of sucks.
Oh, I think he's really cool looking though.
He is, but also
I do like its 5th edition flavor text. Its greatest contribution was the inspiration it had from the creator's execution.
Yeah.
This thing sucked so bad, we killed Endrixar. Be better, guys.
It kind of is just bad.
It's weird in that this is an example of it being bad in universe, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's bad Thrall, like, inherently, because they made it poorly.
Like it's if the whole point of like your rituals is you're generating mana off of sacrificing these thralls for your dark rituals, this guy doesn't help because he doesn't help you do stuff with all that dark mana you're generating.
But you know what he does do? He tears elephants in half.
Yeah,
he does.
Sometimes you need that.
Yeah. He's quite large, and I can respect that. But at the same time, it's like having a car that, you know, uses just regular, really fuel efficient, regular fuel. And then Darrellor over here, you have to pump them filled with premium and like gets no fucking mileage off of it. You know? You have to put more blood into Darrellor than you get out of him, and that's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Like it's almost as if you're like sacrificing to him, and that's freaking wrong. That's bad. That's bad. That's a bad thrall.
I think this one is actually necessitatively. He does look cool, but this one I think is necessitatively the worst thrall.
Like here's the thing. Like this is like the kind of thing where the path branches. Where Endrixar went too far in the artistic realm of I created the bespoke thrall, and to the degree that he completely failed from the standpoint of, but it still needs to be a thrall. This is like his art piece thrall, and he got murdered for it.
Yeah.
There
is friggin' artistry there, though, is the thing.
Sure, like, I agree.
But there's too much. It's an artisanal thrall, you know?
Yeah.
This is like going to, like... This is like the fucking, like, Yoko Ono phase of, like, Lennon's music, you know? Yeah.
Except that Yoko Ono wasn't, you know, murdered by a neck-right.
Not yet.
I mean, yeah, not yet. Look, we're working on it. Look, she's slippery.
She keeps
Where do you think Yoko Ono's at any given time? Because I don't know.
It's the bottom of the list. Here's Liz.
I like it better than Neckright.
Yeah, but I need to say it's bottom of the list.
Ostiary Thrall. This thing looks cool.
We found a bunch of extra fingers in the gutter. Found a use for them.
This looks a lot like a Sladislaus Baskinski piece of art. You know?
Look at all them fingers.
He's got some serious fingat going on.
He's just a doorman. That's all he is. He's a fucked up doorman. And this is just like, just imagine being the guy going into like the church to pay penance. And this guy is just like,
Here's the thing about this art. Like, it's a still shot, right? But he is turning and grabbing this guy and throwing him into the street like Donkey Kong.
Because he didn't pay?
Just grab, throw.
One of my favorite things about this, the art here, though, is, of course, he's got 5 million like spiders, and he has hands that look like spiders because there's 5 million fingers on them each, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's still a hook coming out of the arm because the fingers don't work.
Well, yeah, he's holding like parts of his fingers are holding it.
No, that hook is going in from the arm. Like, that is part of his body.
Oh, that one. Yeah, okay. I was looking at a different thing. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that hook is actually the grasper
that
he has.
Yep.
Because the hands with the fingers, there's too many fingers. They get in the way. They don't actually work very well.
So he can grab a zip line.
Yeah. Because that's the thing that the Orzhov have flying around all over the place. So
yeah, sometimes you got to throw cheap friggin' bums out of the place.
Yep.
They'll grab and toss. I like this guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I like him.
It's got meat. He's dressed up so it doesn't spook people too much.
Yeah, he's good servile thing of all he's there is just to do a very simple role of keeping dudes out. That's it.
He's very functional, so they had to dress him up to kind of get the artistry.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's kind of fitting with like the... Also, like, he's dressed up with the good, standpoint of like, he's dressed up to do a job. That's why he's there. He's selling the opulence of the church because that's part of his whole thing.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty good. I might actually put him above Blood Pet.
But Morning Thrall is where I put him.
I was right in that area and I'm like, I'll grab and toss.
So what do you think? Better than
Blood Pet, you squeeze. Morning Thrall's great. Mind Stab Throw. I think I like it better than Mind Stab Throw.
Damn it, we've done the spectrum where none of us can meet.
Yeah, I'm lowest on it. I'm below Blood Pet. You're above Blood Pet, and you're above Mind Stab Throw.
Austerity Throw versus Morg. I think I like him just a smidge more than Morg Throw, but that's it.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's where I'm at with it.
So by averages, does that mean he's better than Blood Pet?
I mean, or averages the way we do this now? I think you should make a freaking decision.
I think he's better than Blood Pet.
Okay.
That's what I said. I have not changed this position.
Okay, then.
Well, so it
is relatively rare that three of us disagree on a position.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even then, it's like we just kind of covered like the same vicinity. We weren't all wildly off. Debt due.
Thrall is amazing.
Grasping Thrall's pretty good. Yeah.
It's a good, like, they made a man into this thing, or a lady, they created,
hey, or a child.
Sure.
They grabbed something and twisted into this weird grasp.
Doesn't necessarily have to be a human child. It could have been a Vishino child. Who knows?
Yep. But they took a bunch of meat. They made it into this horrid thing. And honestly, the flavor text does help a lot with like pitching this thing. Because man, like this thing is great. But also just imagine this thing just shrieking at you to like freaking collect.
It's all it can do. We gave it vocal cords. It can only say that. It's great. Man, I love this guy.
It's real good. It's real good.
I like Grasping Thrall a lot, but I don't know where to put it.
Yeah.
I would probably put it below Austerity Thrall.
Oh, I'm putting it above that. I'm putting it above Mind Stab Thrall at least. And maybe Morg Thrall, maybe.
I had it just above Morg Thrall.
Yeah, the thing with me
doesn't quite get past Dutiful Throw.
Yeah, the thing with me is that like there's a servile thing to it. It's doing the debt collection stuff.
Yep.
It's
artistry, man. That's art.
Yeah, but it's more like mechanically. It's not that like thrully.
He's doing his job. That's what we sent him out to do.
Function. I don't know. There's something about the way that say like Mind Stab Throw again tears himself apart. To do the thing to lobotomize. Morg Thrall. Sack him, do this stuff. Austerity Thrall. It's doing the doorman thing. Like there's like
counterpoint though. Look at the number 1 Thrall on our list.
That repeat functionality. He's got extort.
I'm gonna throw one weird thing out about Grasping Thrall though.
Okay.
Can win a fight with any of the Thralls before here except for Darylor.
Yep.
This one can win a fight with a bear.
Yep.
Grasping Thrall's weirdly tough.
Yeah.
Gotta get paid.
Great. Joffrey would just shrug it off, though.
So, were you guys saying?
I have it like just below Dutiful Throw.
Just below.
I have it just below Morg Thrall.
All right. Well,
I said it just above Morg Thrall.
No, I said maybe. I'm not necessarily convinced that it could be above.
Well, I mean, I'm way out of loop with you guys, so I mean, it's kind of up to you guys to kind of figure out where things would land. Then.
Can you convince me to put it above Morg Thrall?
I love just the function and art of making it so it can only say debt due. And it just screams it. That's all it can do.
Weirdly enough, if it had zygodactyl feet, I'd be immediately on board.
Yeah?
Doesn't, though.
Nope.
I don't know.
I'm still thinking below.
Yeah? All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, man.
It's good. Don't get me wrong.
That guy's name is Jimbler, by the way.
Makes sense.
What is the name of the maw of the Obzadat?
Kelplo.
So I will admit, I've been for ages, since, let's see, Dragon's Maze, been trying to figure out the practical functionality of what the mod the Ob's added. Is it basically just getting more meat for more thralls to be made out of? You know, like, is it... What is the ritual here accomplishing, really?
He poses for Hieronymus Bosch paintings. That's it.
But no, like, in-universe, like, really.
You also
it's a suicide booth.
You also fight him at the end of Chapter 2 of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, he's a suicide booth. That's it.
Sure.
That's the answer. I'm sorry.
And then the debtors, you know, hey, if they owe stuff, also their meat gets turned into more
It's like,
trolls.
if I throw myself into this thing, I'll die and be out of my debt. No.
Yep.
Come on, everybody knows that.
Yep.
If we want to talk about artistry, Maw of the Ob's Dead has my favorite design out of all the Thrulls.
Like I said, that's like a big old Hieronymus Bosch thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is disgustingly, you know, bloated and wonderfully fancy on top of that.
It took a lot of dudes to make that guy. Probably an ogre.
The gold mask is perfect, you know?
Yep.
And because it's wearing the mask, it doesn't eat using a mouth in the traditional sense. No, it just tosses guys into there.
It's like a disgusting, grim parody of the Buddha.
Kind of.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. I've
never actually played this card.
What's wrong with you?
I don't think
it doesn't fit in any of my decks.
Yeah,
pick it either while seeing people play Dragon's Maze.
Yeah.
Well, Dragon's Maze is weird.
Yeah.
Where?
Like I said, I think Maw of the Ob's Dead has my favorite design out of literally all the Thrulls. So I'd put it way high up there. But I'm putting it at least above. I'm putting it above Dutiful Throw myself.
Mechanically, though?
Mechanically, I will admit that it's not that impressive, and thus don't feel bad if it goes lower than that.
It can consume itself.
It can, yeah.
Which is pretty good.
It can just
Don't get
put
me wrong.
both of its hands down there, and then it just kind of keeps on eating until just nothing like it's just a pile of bits.
I've honestly got it kind of just below Mind Stab Throw.
I'd probably put it below, again, I'd probably put it below Blood Pet. Because I just feel like Austere Throw captures the kind of Orzhov Throw subservience more. This is...
It's just a suicide booth. No, yeah, I get it. I can see Austere Throw.
Which, I don't know, like, it being a suicide booth, like, it is, again, a creature that supports only in the, like, a function role. You could have made this like a building or like an object, you know, like a contraption.
We could have got a guy with a baseball bat that would have just been like hitting people.
But no, this is more, you know, opulent and more, you know, Orzhov-y when you get down to it. But also, I don't know, that's kind of where I'm thinking I'm below Blood Pet.
This design is so killer, though.
It's good.
I like it above Blood Pet.
You like it above Blood Pet? All right.
Yep.
That's fine. Maw of the Ob's-Dead. What do you think they did with this guy after the Ob's-Dead died?
I mean, I think he's just still in there eating.
Yeah. So they just said, keep at it. Tasa's like, let that thing knows what it does well. Let it keep going.
Kaya went into a back room and just saw this. Like, no, absolutely not. No.
And then Kaya's like, you're getting rid of that. She walks out and Tasa's like, no, we're not. The guard looks
No. And then the Maw of the Ob's Dead just kind of claps really softly.
The guard looks at Tasa and is like, so you want us to get rid of this? And Tasa just shakes her head like, no.
What are we going to be naming it? Does Poochie sound good to you? Poochie sounds good.
Thrall Champion.
I like Thrall Champion.
I don't like Thrall Champion.
It's a good fucked up meat thing for war.
I wish it had legs.
Here's my favorite thing. He doesn't need legs. It's got 4 arms.
Yeah, 4 arms are better than legs.
But also, like, it moves with its weird wiggly tail thing, and I just don't...
and a big old axe that it slams into the ground to drag itself.
But it's like a champion. It's got to be impressive. And
it is impressive to Thrulls. To Thrulls. Look at his abilities. He is very persuasive to Thrulls.
Yeah. To be fair, this is also a bad, like, this is yet another kind of fitting with, you know, Thrall Wizard. Bad idea, Thrall.
Yeah.
This is like, hey, we bred these Thralls for war. Oh, we bred them for war too good because now they're kicking our ass.
And now they hate us.
And then they've also inspired the other Thralls to work with it. They managed to inspire each other. That's a mistake.
Why doesn't Thrall Champion have a job?
Because
he's just a Thrall creature type.
He's a Thrall.
Well, yeah, but also like whenever they've had like generals and stuff in the game, they're like either soldiers or advisors, right?
Would you call this guy a soldier? Would you say he's part of infantry?
He's a standard bearer. Yes.
Then what? Then he would be a flag bearer.
Yeah, Thrall flag bearer. You can't do that because flag bearer has like mechanical connections for some reason.
No, I don't think he's a soldier.
Warrior. You could make him a Thrall warrior.
There's like a discipline to soldiers. I could see warrior more than soldier, but even then, I think he's just a Thrall.
Yeah.
But of course he's got discipline. You can see he take control.
He's got discipline until a second Thrall champion comes over and waves at him, and then he goes over to that side.
Yeah.
Depends on who does it first.
Again, I feel like this guy kind of falls into the mistake category of Thralls. Like, he's a good Thrall, like in the sense
he's a very good Thrall.
He's also a bad Thrall.
He's a bad idea.
I'd probably put him above Blood Vassal. Kind of group him right there with Thrall Wizard.
I like him more than Thrall Wizard.
Really?
I like him less than Thrall Wizard.
Thrall Wizard has a job.
This guy basically
I think this one has a job. They're just lying to you by saying he doesn't.
I think this is thing.
I don't know, because that's like saying the Mind Stab Thrall has a job.
No, because this guy is literally like, this guy mechanically is leading the Thralls in like a Thrall revolution at this point.
Yeah.
Like, that
he's literally a Thrall lord.
He should be creature type Thrall rebel.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. He is rebelling against he is a Thrall rebel. But I put him below. Yeah, any objections? Further objections?
I'm putting him below.
Okay. Thrall champion. Debtor's Transport.
I like this guy. He's adorable.
I really like this guy.
He's so adorably gross.
He's a giant. We took a bunch of meat, but it's like maggot meat. We made maggot into man.
It takes so many days to make a treasury thrall. And this is just one of those.
Yeah, this guy, he's just so gross in a good way.
I like how the flesh has started to kind of yellow.
There's just ghosts inside this thrall.
Yeah, they're in this
backpack.
Yeah.
Where his applesauce is too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I like this guy mechanically. Like, he is both servant. He's literally just carrying junk around for these debtors. And then if he dies, the ghosts get out and they still serve you. They're still beholden to you because they're debtors.
Yeah.
But they're just getting out when this guy dies.
This guy's name is Beppy.
I like this guy. I really like his maggotiness.
He's got it looks like chicken skin.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of
wrinkly down there by the neck.
Yeah. He's kind of got little pig legs back there.
Yeah.
He's just a big old pack animal.
Yep.
Which is
a very servile thing.
Yeah. Yep. I like this guy a lot.
But where?
On the hands.
Not sure.
Got hands.
Walking around on hands is good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad, but it's good.
It's good luck. Man.
12 Rakdos 6 splitter.
I like him more than that. He's like a big, cute blood pet, but bigger.
I could leave him there.
What, above Blood Pet?
Yeah. I'm not as impressed by Debtor's Transport.
Sure. No, I get it. I'm trying to.
I could see that. Like it's kind of in that vicinity.
Case, it's a little bit too clean, almost.
It's an Orzhov Thrall. They're all kind of like that.
Well, not all of them. I mean, Thrall we just talked about.
Yeah,
earlier,
but he's a weird one. He's a weird one. He's from the first Ravnica. Yeah, I like him better than Blood Pet.
Yeah. What do you think, MDC?
I don't like him more than the Maw.
Where would you put him?
No, yeah, no, I'm not arguing that.
Where would you put him?
I told you about the Blood Pet.
Well, I'm asking him DCT.
I said that's fine with me. Above Blood Pet's fine.
I was just trying to get your
He is kind of a bigger Blood Pet, and I can respect that.
I want to pet him.
I would also.
Do you think will he take carrots? Do you think?
No.
I don't think he has a mouth.
I don't think they eat unless they might be able to chew things. Looking at Mavo's app, I don't think they need it. Like,
well, that one does, but not how you think he would.
Yeah. Exhumer Thrall.
I'm going to throw this one thing about Exhumer Thrall out that I've actually always thought of every time I look at this art.
Okay.
The way that the stone sarcophagus that it's standing on right now, and how it's shaded and like its positioning and all that. Yeah. I have literally always interpreted this art as him wearing weird brown sneakers.
Okay. Your shop would give a Thrall sneakers.
Yeah, just sneakers though, nothing else.
Yeah, no sneakers. And then he's got a bracer thing.
Yeah. I do like that. This is an Orzhov Thrall that it's not really doing public work. So it is, in fact, as we're kind of just talking there with Debtor's Transport, this is a gross Thrall. It doesn't need to be that fancy. He does have a gold, bracelet.
He's down in the Undercity, exhuming.
Yeah, he is doing a function of getting more, corpses or spirits in some cases or whatever. But he doesn't have to be fancy.
It's a good way to get meat to make thralls.
That's true. That's a good point.
What if you stole some bodies?
That's true.
And it's a lot more functional because he has to give. They did in fact give him a pair of sneakers, so he wouldn't wear it on his feet carrying all the bodies.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like that said, though, I am extremely not impressed visually by Exhumer Thrall.
I like him. Okay. He's like the other thralls, but without the face mask.
Yeah,
the face mask adds a lot.
It does.
I don't think he's bad. I would concur that he's not necessarily exciting. His weird tendrils are a bit kind of almost superfluous.
Sure.
It is kind of hard to make out.
Where are they coming from, actually?
Oh, you know where they're coming from, my dude.
I don't, though. That's why I'm asking.
I mean, the other thing is, like, looking at his body, like, it's not that he's, like, a man-shaped thing. He actually has, like, this bulbous, like, lower torso that extends well below his, like, thighs.
Yeah, he does. Like, that's where the tendrils are coming from.
Yeah, he's like an egg, almost. Like an egg man.
No.
A bean man.
Kind of has like a really long, distended stomach, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's just tendrils coming out.
He looks like that bean girl from One Piece. You know the one.
I don't know what that means.
You know the one. The one from the one from the Charlotte family. The nasty lit girl.
That means nothing.
She loves her brother, and she's a real jerk. She's got a body that's like a kind of bean shaped.
That means nothing to me.
I'm making a bean shape with my hand. I also realize it does nothing to you.
No, yeah, I realized that's what you were doing. I was about to ask if you were doing that, in fact. Yeah.
Just thinking about those beans.
Thinking about that nasty bean girl. I don't remember her name.
Thinking about this nasty bean thrall.
I like this better than Rakdos X better.
I don't.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Listen, not every Orzhov Thrall necessarily has to go above.
No, like the Thrall parasites down below it.
Yeah.
And the Absolver Thrall.
I mean, down below Thrall Parasite sounds like a pretty good place to put it.
How
I'd probably put him below Ixbitter, actually.
His name is Basal, by the way.
I was thinking about Charlotte Flampe. That's the Charlotte I was thinking about. Anyways.
But still nothing.
Yeah, what if I showed you this? What if I showed you this?
I mean, you gotta give me a sec to go click a thing. All right. No, that's still...
Does nothing for you? All
no.
right. I'd say below Ixbitter.
I'd still say below Thrulls Parasite myself.
So, does it end up above Armor Thrall? How does this work?
I'll put it below Armor Thrall. It's fine.
Okay.
Unless you really want to try. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Does your much higher score bring it up?
Yeah, and it's like...
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think you're right. Unless you really want to make an argument, like I could be convinced one way or the other. Like,
no, I'm like,
Okay. What about
Basil?
What about Feral Abomination?
This guy's weird.
Yeah, he's a
because I don't know if he's descended from the Sarpadian Thrulls.
Is he a Thrall? Actually,
he is a Thrall.
Like they typed Thrall, but like, is he?
Yes, like the whole one of the things, like the Cabal are just jerks and they're doing a bunch of weird like rituals involving like nightmares and thralls and stuff.
And also by this point, Sarpadia has been overrun by the Thralls for like 5,000 years, and they just iterate on themselves.
Yeah, like this is not that. This is like a different sort of thrall.
Yeah,
it's kind of boring. Like honestly, the thing about this card I'm most into is the weird Urborg spirits that are just hanging out around this.
Yeah,
thing,
I mean we're all into the Urborg spirits.
Yeah, but like
we're all like Mr. Lost
Things. This guy is like it's. I don't know if it's just the framing. Like he is a nasty monster thing, but making thralls into a big monster. Like, didn't we learn from Darylor? Did we learn nothing? Did you guys forget? Have you guys forgotten?
I keep thinking when you say that. Did anybody learn from Daryl?
Did anyone learn from Daryl?
Because that's a thing that you like to say, basically.
Have you forgotten how it felt when Darylor fell?
Feral Abomination has nothing mechanically supporting it being a thrall. Not even deliberately being a bad one.
This
like
could
Daryl
just...
It has exactly one thing that supports it being a thrall.
The flavor
text.
That's
that it is a thrall.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
This thing could be... If I had, like, erased that type line and wrote, like, horror...
Or, yeah, I can see that.
You wouldn't have noticed. You would never...
You could have put slug.
Yeah, you... little army.
Its name is Feral Abomination, which is among the most, generic-ass names you could give something.
Yeah, this just feels like horror.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's only a thrall because they're telling you it is one. It's not very impressed by it on that front.
What if it was a riff on Abomination?
It'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Bottom of the list. Bottom of the list. Bottom of list.
You think bottom below Darylor, huh?
Yeah, Darylor, at least I know that they were trying for something, like artistry.
All right.
All right, yeah.
This is just something that the Cabal just kind of made.
Yeah, like the Cabal have no artistry. They're posers.
They have artistry. They've got ritual and shit.
Yeah, they're
Congratulations,
posers,
Arzov Kirun being 5th from the bottom of the list.
They're the Cabal are like artistry. They're like the imagined dragons of thrall making.
Yeah. All right.
You hear me, Imagine Dragons? I'm calling you out. Imagine Thralls at the bottom of this list. Here we are. Here it is. The last Thrall. It's Treasury Thrall.
So Treasury Thrall, I think, is a better execution visually on what...
Debtor's Transport? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I like that it has a miserable little, like, a frown. It has a frown.
It's got lips.
It always has one. Yeah, it has lips. In both arts.
It doesn't have fingers, though.
That's fine with me. It just has stumps. It doesn't even actually have feet.
I will say, its neck is incredibly phallic.
It is very phallic. The other art is...
What art you're looking at?
The main art, not the pre-release card art.
They're both good.
The pre-release card art, though, it's also pretty good.
Yeah, it's also very good. They're both frowny.
They are both frowny, yeah.
You know, they're both...
just one is more excited about something.
Yeah. They're both transporting riches, you know, which is kind of mechanically what it's doing. They both, you know, help extort as these guys that are walking around with it, you know, do the extort stuff as it does its job.
They're just its hammers, yeah.
Yeah, but mechanically, I'm actually less into this than, like, Debtor's Transport as a Thrall.
I'm kind of with you on that. I think the art is a better execution, but the mechanics aren't as much.
Like, it's not bad in, like, a Thrall sense where I'm like, you know, like, why is this a Thrall? It's just more... It's... Visually,
I know why it's
more
a Thrall, and it's more of an Orzhov description of what a Thrall is.
Yeah.
You know, and I can get that.
It's doing a job, and its job is, you know, pulling the things out of the vault.
It's a pack animal, last thing that's it's transporting the goods. When it attacks and does its thing, you're getting the goods back.
I like to think that as it's walking, like Pop Goes the Weasel starts to play very slowly, and that's how it extorts as a thing pops out of the top and goes back in. But that's just me.
When one of these thralls roars and it's like going to charge at something, it doesn't sound like a bull or anything. It sounds like a person doing an impression of a bull.
It just goes
exactly that, because it has a person doing the impression.
Yeah.
It's great. We could have gave it like vocal cords and had to say det do, but
nope.
Nah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I like Treasury Thrall.
Can I just comment that I don't like how the handlers look like on the standard art? Like, they're fine.
Yeah, no,
they're just like Dumpus and Dumpus 2. I hate them.
Oh, you know the Dumpus brothers. Yeah.
I fucking hate the Dumpus brothers.
Dumpus and Dweepus Dumpus, yeah.
Knew their father, I did.
Or are they like, they just look dumb. Like I like the pre-release one because you at least got like the classic Orzhov, you know, horned guards doing what they do until they get hit with like a truck, as they always do. But Dumpus and Dumpus 2 are just, they're lame. So lame.
Dweepus over there is also just kind of itching at his craw.
Dweepus is their sister.
Yeah, okay, fine. Dwumpus 2 over there, he's kind of itching at his craw, and it's like, come on, man, not now. Not on the art while we're taking a picture of the Treasury Thrall.
I do like how, like, heavy, look at the feet on, like, Treasury Thrall. Like,
he doesn't have any.
He doesn't have any. They're just stumps that end.
Doesn't need to. They're just...
I think that's fine. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm just saying, look at it. It's cool.
They're just meat. Mm-hmm. This guy's name, by the way, Hank.
This is the most turgid living thing I've ever seen.
It's true.
It's extremely turgid. Anyways.
I like it directly comparing it to the other one of these. I like it more than Debtor's Transport, but I'm fine with leaving it there. Just one above Debtor's Transport.
I don't know.
I like the subservience of it a little more than Maul of the Obsidian. Just a little more.
Yeah, I'd probably put it below Debtor's Transport, like just below. Like I still think I like the maggotiness of Debtor's Transport.
So then it's right above Debtor's Transport.
Yeah, that's just fair.
All right.
I'm just voicing my opinion.
Oh. I'm just saying. Wouldn't that be weird?
That's it. We ran out of Thralls.
We did it. I love Thralls. They're very dear to my heart.
I can't believe we ran out of Thralls here.
I can't. They'll be back. Don't worry.
We'll be back to Ravnica one day, and there's going to be more Thralls.
We can go back.
Unless Kaya says no more Thralls.
No, she's fine with that. They're not technically undead.
Let's go with this list. At number 26, we've got the Feral Abomination.
It's a guy that they found and then made, which is weird to do it in that order.
At number 25, it's Darrellor. A Thrall so bad a man got killed.
Darrell.
Number 24, Absolver Thrall.
The Lazy Man's Thrall.
The Lazy Man's priest, anyway.
Yep. At number 23, Nechrite.
It's got jelly-filled sword.
At number 22, Orzhov Keyrune.
Oompa Loompa song.
The highest Sekiru's ever gonna go.
Oh. Wish I had to rewrite those crabs. Number 21, Thrall, 01 token.
Yep.
At number 20, the Thrall Surgeon.
It's not a hard job doing brain surgery on a goblin.
Nope.
Mostly just fiddly work.
At number 19, Blood Vassal.
It's not a hard job being a suffering battery full of meat and blood. It's mostly just fiddly work.
Yeah.
At number 18, the Thrall Wizard. Mostly here just because he was almost too good at his job.
He mostly just slaps other magic out of the air.
Yep.
That's all he's programmed to do.
Walks up to other Thrall Wizards and is like, it's a bad idea.
At number 17, the Thrall Champion.
It's a very convincing thrall. 2 thralls.
Every other Thrall likes the cut of this Thrall's jib. At number 16, Thrall Parasite.
When are we going to get that ham sandwich Thrall, though?
I mean, I know a guy, don't worry. You still got that rabbit?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
At number 15, Armor Thrall.
We just did Armor Thrall. You mean...
I said Thrall Parasite.
Number 14, Exhumer Thrall.
Nope, we did Thrall Parasite.
We were doing Armor Thrall. You got excited about Armor Thrall because you thought about armor.
Did I say Thrall Parasite?
You did.
Did I say Armor Thrall?
Yeah.
Exhumer Thrall.
Exhumer Thrall! It's a guy. So I talked about beans for some reason. I don't know.
At number 13, Rakdos Ixbitter.
It's not pretty, but it'll do.
The mechanics of him.
Or just saying, it's not pretty, but it'll do about literally anything else.
Yep.
Number 12, Morning Thrall.
I'm going to put a Shadow Lance on it.
No, don't! Not again! At number 11, Blood Pet.
I want to name it Billy.
At number 10, Debtor's Transport.
Made of chicken skin.
At number 9, Treasury Thrall.
Turgid.
Hank. Turgid Hank.
Yep. There's your next Dark Souls character.
At number 8, Maw of the Obsidat.
Oh, man. He's not a good boss fight in Tactics.
At number 7, Ostiary Thrall.
The old Donkey Kong toss.
At number 6, Mind Stab Thrall.
Those ain't clothes. Also, the 1/1 Thrall token.
Yep. At number 5, Grasping Thrall.
That do. That do. That do.
That do.
At number 4, Morg Thrall.
3 guys in a skin coat.
Or one guy in a skin coat, and it's really weird.
Yeah.
At number 3, Dutiful Throw.
Good job, Joffrey.
At number 2, Basal Throw.
It's kind of weird that the Basal Throw would be number 2.
Hey,
they say it themselves.
Yep.
Classics are sometimes the best. But at number 1, it's him. He's here. He's here to collect. It's him, the Kingpin's pet.
It's Kitty. I'm going to give him a peanut.
I would give him a peanut, but he already extorted all my peanuts.
Yeah. I'm going to give him your peanut.
I don't have any more.
Yeah, I know. I have them.